Hello everybody, Stuart Benner here, and with our next episode, I think this is episode 5. Should check that before I started the recording, but it'll say on the name which one it is. And between episodes, I did some research about how to disarm traps, and this is just where I just assumed that it was the same way, so I kind of blew past the tutorials in the game earlier. So there's probably a tutorial that told me how to do it, but it's not the same. So we're going to move up forward very slowly. And
what's on your mind?
I'm going to send her up here, and what she's going to be looking for, oh, see, is this line. So this line is going to take me to something over here that I guess, here it is.
I hope you
And I
appreciate
disarmed it.
this.
So that's an interesting change in how it works from Pathfinder Kingmaker. So you're going to look for that line that you should be able to spot.
Let us be off.
Is it this way? No. There's one of these ways where you can pan the camera going the other direction. Right now I'm only changing it one way. It'd be really convenient if I knew how to do the other way. Is that? I'm trying to see if there's something here. Fight. It's not looking good. Oh my gosh, that's pretty horrible looking. Definitely a torture area. There's a pump right there.
Into the fray!
I'll cut you wide open. The world in crimson.
There's another one.
Forward!
Go ahead and get this one taken care of. Good, he doesn't have a bow. Unfortunately, he's running over and is able to attack us, but
The inheritor!
darn, she's just short of being able to attack. That's irritating.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Let's hope that makes it kill him, but... Nice.
The spirits demand your blood.
We won't falter.
Good. One down.
The light take you!
You won't survive me.
Alright, what's her...
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Alright. Sad leather, not worth it. Definitely that's worth it. That's worth it. I don't know what the blood's used for. All of those are worth it. Go ahead and save. And certainly if we get to the point where we're having some issues with our armor or our weight again, we'll which never hurt us to do it by ourselves. I thought there was something there where we turned that lever. Okay. Not like a mushroom when it was sitting there.
Let's move.
Alright, this is not... There's gotta be something more to it than this. What are these things? guessing that's some kind of puzzle. It's not helping me open this thing. That's for sure. Huh.
Follow me. March on.
I don't know if I did anything by pressing those buttons. So we had gone this way. We've gone this way. Did anything happen for me pressing those buttons? Here, I like it. That must just be where he was. I feel like there's gotta be something more than this, because I feel like I've gone through everything. It makes me wonder if there was something missing. Alright, let's pause for a second. It looks like I've done all of this. Alright, well, if that's really true, I'll head back down here and see what I can find.
Let us be off.
I'll go down there. No, not here. This one. It almost seems like I've gone through it now. Is there a reason why I can't go through? All of this?
Let's move.
We not open the door? Okay, that's more than a bit strange. That's not what I expected, so they won't let us go back out, huh? Huh. I don't know where else I need to go. It's over here. No, it's over here. We had this doorway. I have the key now. This is probably where I need to be. That's funny. It looks like he's melting into the ground. That might be a flaw with the artwork. Okay, I think this is where we wanted to be. Let's save again. And I think this is where we needed the key, and we haven't been to it yet. Yeah, that's it. There are tough battles to come. Alright. I don't know if I need it or not. It can't hurt. Especially if it doesn't have us do a whole day.
Ouch! I broke a nail. It must be nice to be a knight like you. You can clip your nails short and not wear any makeup. And no one says a thing.
So what would happen if you didn't wear any makeup? Would the demons refuse to die because you're not looking the part?
Alright, one more time. Let's go.
Follow me.
This looks like a tough battle. I don't know if we can fight this thing or not. That's unfortunate we couldn't have stopped. Oh. Is that what makes them crazy? He leaves. One dead.
We will be
Oh, it's too bad
victorious.
we have to fight her. That's a shame.
Strike with all your might. Endure this.
You are today's sacrifice.
Into the fray!
We can do it.
Oh, killed her? Wow. I didn't think she was that easy to defeat. That's too bad.
Make every strike count.
That's a big hit.
Go for their hearts! Ha!
No glory without risk!
What's going on?
Save the last one for me.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The inheritor, guide my blade!
But I'm glad she's dead.
Into the fray!
Forwards!
I'll cut you wide open!
You won't survive me.
The light!
Those little demons weren't very hard. Are they all dead now?
Well, are you going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats. Yes, Priscilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry, and she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live and gain the power to change everything. Savamelek tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way.
This is tricky.
Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuttered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neathers easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neathers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered. And I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you. Savamelek is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you'd gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
What does this do?
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If he had been marked by the Abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this Uplander. And judging by the smell of his blood pouring from his chest, the demons will be able to find him wherever he goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
I don't know what to do. Do I attack her? Or does she have some kind of a role to play?
You're all bark and no bite.
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
And there's a chance to search for corpses. What's this sensitivity? Don't like words on people who don't listen to the tribe. Alright. Here's the way out. Alright. So we made it out.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the Wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
Alright, so where are we? Question.
March on!
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. I'm here. This here's a new friend. He rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without him, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabris. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there. The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists. When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabris will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world. I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us. Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison. Most people in Canabris think that the children of the First Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
Come on, living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabres hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canopus. The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the Celestial armies. The Ward Stones keep the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabres Obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the Abyss. The demons have long laid siege to Canabres, but this time, their Lord Dascari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Ward Stone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost, yet. Dascari has gone, but the Ward Stone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon! The Ward Stone should have burned his filthy hide!
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why. That's the spirit! You, take Anavia to the rear. The rest of you with me. Lord Horgus Gwyrm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canopus can be said to be safe right now.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Iomedae! For the Queen! Kill the beasts!
Amranda gratior.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
We won't falter!
Cool.
The spirits demand your blood.
Amranda gratior.
Endure this!
into the fray!
Strike with all your might!
You are today's sacrifice!
Onwards.
Oh, yeah. Where are we? That was one of the recruits?
They will break against our resolve.
Go for their hearts!
A lot to fight here. I hope he knows what he's doing. Oh my gosh, how did my... I didn't know he was that ill. Oh crap.
We can do it!
Good, good, good. Sharpshooter. I'm in good shape here. Alright, I have to take it now.
Make every strike count!
No glory without risk!
Amranda gratio.
Amranda gratio.
Amranda gratio.
Magritium Turinos. I'll cut you wide open. The spirits demand your blood.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
This pain is excruciating.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
You can't use it.
Matritium Turinos.
You are today's sacrifice.
We won't falter!
You won't survive me.
Into the fray.
Aparane Sentes. Amaranda Gratio.
Go for their hearts!
Get the wizard.
Strike with all your might!
Cool. Delivered.
Endure this!
The light, take you! The Inheritor, guide my...
I'll cut you wide open!
We can do it!
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh! What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. A long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Minago. You again, you wench!
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
That's not very nice.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Teresen fell.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
I don't think that's true.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Hopefully we can kill
No,
her.
Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me
Alright,
anymore?
it's taking a long time.
Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
Can we start the fight now? Good. I bet she's gonna leave. Yep, I knew she would. I knew it. What does all these symbols mean? Oh, we're encumbered? Well, crap, I wish I'd known that. Let's see, we got a cultist, sharpshooter, wizard.
Forwards!
Good, let me kill them first. One in. Let's target the sharpshooters in the back.
Make every strike count.
If I'd known that, I would have.
Without risk.
I'll have to dump something after this is over. I don't want to be encumbered.
The spirits demand your blood.
Alright, let's see if he can. Good. Alright, what are we gonna... I'd like to try to take out the sharpshooter.
We won't falter!
Didn't kill anybody. Unfortunately, came close. Can we get him?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Good.
Into the fray!
Okay, it's head damage.
You are today's sacrifice!
Alright, we're doing some damage there. That's a nice touch. We've got mainly just these two things, right? Cool.
You won't survive me.
Alright, let's see what we can get rid of as far as heavy stuff here. Breastplate, anybody even do that? Breastplate's 50 each. Steel now, I'm gonna start getting rid of steel now, I think. That didn't totally help me now, did it? How much of these weigh? Huh. What is not master what these things I drop? Flails. They're still heavy. Darn it. So this is worth 3 times as much. These are not. And these are worth the same. I'm going to get rid of the chain shirts. Good. Okay, and I'm going to save it. And then I don't know what direction they went. Where did they go? I guess they went this way, right? I didn't see where they went. Oh good. They stuck around for me to see.
The monk.
Oh, there's the obelisk. There it is. They're trying to do something with it. So this is where we can try to fight them. Yeah, we're doing pretty well.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. But what are you planning to do now, hmm? I could kill you where you stand. But wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
How did he ever get surprised by this thing?
Sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for generations.
Nice.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little
Yeah, if it's really a goddess, I don't know how this works here, but you would think the goddesses would have enough power to fight these things.
Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours. Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon! We won't let that happen.
You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
Hey, No Eyes! Didn't you tell us that heaven had turned its back on us and no one would come to our aid? I'm done with this shit! I only followed this hoofed menace because I thought the Crusaders had it, and there was no other way to protect my family. But now I see that there is hope. I won't bow before these heinous idols ever again. If they kill me, at least I'll die a decent death.
Yes! Return to our side, friends! Have courage! We will welcome you back. And heaven never abandoned you, no matter what this deceiver told you.
Turncoat, I'll cut out your heart.
We'll see how tough you really are. We let you frighten us once, but it won't happen again.
Charge! We can do it!
I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. I should have let her for the others. Yeah, these are the people that we can defeat. Not her.
Go for their hearts!
Endure this!
Aparane sentes.
Amranda Gratio!
Amaranda gratio.
Can't she do that too?
Did I mess up again? The Inheritor, guide my blade!
I'll let them fight her. Erebeth and Snotton should be able to take her out. I can't.
Are, ti, go!
Forward!
I'll cut you wide open!
Make every strike count.
The light. Take you!
Is he the only one left?
We won't falter!
Seems like it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna wait. I don't want to get killed.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Into the fray!
I should hit Smite Evil.
Strike with all your might!
The spirits demand your blood!
You won't survive me.
The inheritor!
Oh, I meant to hit
Guide my
Smite Evil.
blade!
I'll go on it.
This is how it feels.
We can do it! Endure this!
I don't understand how we can possibly defeat her.
Forwards! We won't falter!
There must be some other way that I'm missing. We're definitely going to lose here. She's barely damaged at all.
Strike with all your might!
There's no way we can win this.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. We can do it!
Yeah, I'm not sure how we're supposed to win this battle. It's
You
impossible.
won't survive me.
So, we're gonna have to look this up because there's no way to beat this thing.
I'm wounded.
That's it. I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the Ward Stone? Here's a little demonstration.
Iomade is with us!
Yes, yes. Keep telling yourself.
So what just happened? Did we lose? We all die?
Praise Iomade, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
So how did they all
We
survive?
couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back. Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now, at least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero. Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting. You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomade's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss. The Wardstones are a gift of Iomade. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the Celestial Armies. The Wardstones keep the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras Obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the Abyss. First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the
storyteller
city
from the last
a
game.
blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Wardstone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone. Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened. There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison.
A lot of stuff I can do.
Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use. And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabras, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori, a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back. May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabras still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Anevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Awesome. Okay. Alright, I'm not sure where the others are, so I'm going to save. And I am actually going to end right now. We'll come back again for the next episode as we figure out what we're going to do next. I actually thought we were all going to be dead there, but it turns out that was the plan, and you couldn't possibly beat the demon. So, alright, see you soon.